Hey, it's Emil Solanki from Healthpreneurial Mastery. Now, if you've been following along, you'll know that we've been talking about a little bit of a dilemma that we had when we removed our fragrance units away from our gondola to make space for all the stock that we needed to temporarily relocate as part of our Shopfit. Now, that Shopfit's starting in a week's time, and we needed to come up with a solution pretty quick. And so I asked all of you, I was like, well, what do you think we had to do to correct those missing legs? And some of you probably thought, oh, well, just attach new legs, right? And that was my first thought. I was like, well, previously I've gone through this exact same scenario in another pharmacy that I owned. And I was like, oh, there's just attachable legs. We can easily quickly get those and we'll attach the legs, problem solved, right? Wrong. Those legs, those single-sided gondola legs that you used to be able to just attach on are no longer made by the manufacturer. So I'm like, oh, damn. All right, call up the shop fitter. Mate, we need to come up for a solution for this ASAP. The shop fitter's like, Zamel, I don't know how we're going to fabricate this. I have no idea. Can you go back to the project manager at Terry White and discuss another solution? And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on here? What I first thought would be an easy, quick fix is now turning into a bit of a challenge. You know, now we're talking about custom fabrication from a company that I'll have to source, or I'll have to source. It kind of just landed in my lap. And then I'm thinking about, well, lead time on just getting this custom made is going to be probably well into the Shopfit, and we kind of need this now because we need to relocate all the stock from where they're going to be demolishing in a week's time. And I'm like, oh man, not going to lie, I probably picked up a few more grays from this. And then I'm reaching out to the team, thinking about different solutions. Solutions even involved relocating like our old Homie-Pet stand, or taking down beauty stands early and putting that single-sided gondola up from there. Now, you might be thinking, well, mate, what about those old fragrance units? Like, couldn't you just move them back? And yes, while that's the obvious choice, our team member had just fully restocked the fragrance unit for Valentine's Day sales, which is literally the day before we start our demo works on the Shopfit. So we wanted to maintain, I guess, the use of those fragrance stands to support Valentine's Day. But what these amazing 3 team members and I came up with, and you'll see them in the picture here right now, was probably the simplest solution to get us out of this jam, was to then keep running the fragrance in the fragrance stand up until Valentine's Day, and then as soon as that's done, destock it and then move it back to support that gondola run. Now, not ideal because we wanted to move a lot of that stock already and have that already going. And the team may have, to be honest, may have relocated some of that fragrance stock already, or have plans to relocate some of that fragrance stock, so it's not such a big ordeal doing it when we are literally on demo day. But what it got me thinking was, how can we, I guess, explore different solutions to the problems we face? And how can we do it in a way that, I guess, involves other members of our teams? Because as pharmacy owners, what it made me realize is that a lot of the time we try and firefight all the problems ourselves. We try to tackle all the problems ourselves. We try to come up with the solutions all by ourselves. And we tend to forget that we have an amazing team around us that can also look at things through their lens and come up with different ways to tackle that same problem. And that's exactly what myself and these 3 amazing women that you see on the screen right now all did together. And we came up with a solution that works. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it works for the situation we have at hand. It hasn't solved the solution permanently, but it's solved it at least temporarily. And so with that in mind, my question to you today is, How do you navigate things when things don't go right? What do? Do you take it all on board yourself to try and fix and solve? Or do you empower those around you to sit at the table, the same table you're on, and brainstorm and come up with a solution together? And so that's my question to you today. And then from that, I want you to think about, if you aren't doing that, if you're running solo at the moment, who's in your network that you can actually lean on to support you? If you had a burning question that you're like, maybe this isn't the right thing to discuss with my team, well, who you're leaning on to support you with that? And with that, I challenge you. I challenge you to reach out. And I'm putting up my hand right now to be one of those people in your world that can support you. So I'm putting up my hand right now because pharmacy ownership can be pretty lonely. And so when we think about our circles around us, I want you to think about, well, what are you doing with those circles around you and how are they supporting you? So let me know in the comments below. How do you navigate that change? How do you bring your team on the journey when a problem pops up? And then who's in your support network to support you when you're facing challenges, obstacles, roadblocks along your journey towards healthpreneurial mastery? So comment below. I look forward to hearing it. If you want to have a chat as well, just reach out. Say, hey, Zamil, I want to have a chat. I'm more than happy to as well. All right, so that's it from me. And I'm going to love and leave you with my reaction to when we found this solution as well. So there it is. All right, then. Have a great day. Chat to you soon. Bye.